Uh, if any of you follow me on Instagram, obviously you've seen that we've been traveling this week. We've been in Plymouth doing back-to-back events. We've been in Nottingham, we've been in Portsmouth, and then back in Plymouth yesterday for a massive like Super Saturday leadership lock-in, which was amazing. A lot of good feedback, wall-to-wall events, man. These events are like packing out. Like literally, we had to like bring in more rows of chairs, which is great. A lot of people are really just making some good money and really learning and seeing where we're going here. For those that don't know, the vision is to create 100 six-figure earners, 100 six-figure earners. And obviously once we hit that goal, we're gonna continue to move on. But think of the ripple effect that will have. All the people making 2,000 a month, all the people making 5,000, all the people making 700 a month, 1,000 a month. We're gonna help a lot of people, man. We really are. So that's the vision of where we're going. It's already done spiritually. We're just waiting for the results to catch up physically. And you want to work backwards from that. You need to understand like where you are right now in the process. That's what blows my mind when I see people like slow down or quit because I'm like, wow, they don't understand. You are all in a very, 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 very good position right now. Okay, you need to understand that. Being a part of LMG in November of 2025, you are in the lucky person category. Trust me. Okay, you need to be aware of that. Okay, you need to decide that as well. You need to decide that you're lucky. Okay, don't wait for the universe to deem you lucky. You need to decide I am lucky. Okay, if you can share your screen, please do so. I know it's Sunday night. I know some of you in the bath right now. Definitely don't share your screen if you're in the bath. But what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna do a quick slideshow. I did this yesterday. Obviously, the event wasn't recorded, and I had to kind of rush it because there was that many rock stars in the room, just absolutely killing it. I wanted to, spend a little bit more time on this information, but obviously, repetition is the key to success. Repetition is the key to transforming your mind. Your mind is formed through repetition. Okay, now first of all, I need to get everyone's like permission. This is a six-figure masterclass. Are you all aware of that? Six-figure masterclass. That means that I'm going to give you the 3%, the what, well, yeah, the 3% mindset. In the UK right now, just letting you know, if you're earning £100,000 a year, you're in the top 4% of the UK. If you are earning £100,000 a year in your sleep, residual income, we're talking underneath 1%. So if you're in the UK and you go director, you are literally one of the most rare people walking the streets of the UK. How incredible is that? So you want to like tap into the feeling of that right now. You want to be walking like that right now. But do I have everyone's permission to tell you the truth on today's call? Do I have the truth? I know that we've all heard the truth hurts, secrets kill. I'm one of those friends that I'm gonna pull you up if you've got a bogey in your nose, if you need some deodorant, if you need a mint, if I'm gonna let you know the truth because I care about you. All right. Leadership is not about, creating friends. That's great. But leadership is about helping people and developing other leaders. And you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I need to level up. I need to get better. First of all, you need to understand that everything in your life right now is your fault. Your relationships, your income, your business, everything is your fault. Okay. You've attracted everything good and bad. So, which is a good thing because imagine if it wasn't your fault and it was someone else's. That means that someone else is in control of your life. So, actually, it was quite a hard pill to swallow when I first found that out. But then I was like, well, at least I am in control, right? I am the only problem and I am the only solution. Nobody else, which is really cool, man. We have that power as human beings. So, I wanted to talk about, this information, when I found this information, my life was in a complete tornado of just negativity. All right. Everything I touched turned to dust, not gold. It was like the complete opposite. Do you know what I mean? It was like my life just wasn't that great, in all areas. And what happened is I was one of those people that just took this information seriously. And I don't know what it is, but it kind of clicked real early for me. where when I learned about the subconscious mind and how the subconscious mind is actually a big bowl full of ingredients that create a vibration, and that vibration attracts all the results in your life. So all the ingredients that that are in that subconscious mind, you need to understand where they came from and also how to change them. Is that making sense? Drop a yes in the chat if that's making sense. This is genuinely the process of creating freedom. The work is very easy, especially in the industry of network marketing. Like, there's a reason, guys, this why this industry has created 36 million millionaires in the last 80 years. The work's easy. But the mindset, understanding how your mind works, know thyself, understanding how you work, self-awareness, that's the key to creating freedom in this business. This business will reward you or punish you for the way that you think. The way that you think. Thinking is the devil's worst nightmare. If you don't think, the devil moves in and you stay on a hypnotic rhythm that you are on right now. A habit is something we think about or something we do without any conscious thought. I shared in the room yesterday that the only reason why people feel uncomfortable with meeting new people or feel uncomfortable with walking into a room where they don't know anybody is because we're given a seed in when we're younger that is don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. So that don't talk to strangers manifests as anxiety, manifests as lack of confidence, manifests as we're going to self-sabotage when it comes to meeting new people. We get all awkward about it and we don't know why it is. Okay, so and there's many to it. I mean, I've got ones about food. I have to finish all the food on my plate because there's starving people in Africa. Even if I'm not even hungry, I end up finishing the food on my plate because I've got that paradigm now, and I have to be consciously thinking at all times, does this mouthful align with my goals? Now, when it comes to money, that's the biggest thing I had to focus on because nobody in my family, nobody, were financially great. Okay, so I had to, really think about money, and you have to question why you are attracted to certain things, why you don't like certain things, whatever it is, guys. You have to constantly be thinking about, wow, like no way, like my natural tendencies have got me to this point. Anything that I'm naturally attracted to, I now need to question. That's a lot. Boom. Question it. Why is it a lot? Is it a lot? Wow, that's fast. That's fast. Is it fast or is it slow? I don't know. You get that, right? You need to be, everything just is. Nothing's good, nothing's bad, nothing's big, nothing's small. It just is what it is. And this is, you need to understand about your mind. So the thinking is the devil's worst nightmare. So I want to quickly remind everyone about this, that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Okay. Repetition is the key to transforming your mind. I can already feel the energy on the call. Some of you are like, oh man, I've already heard Jake talk about this. If your life doesn't represent it, then you need to hear me talk about it again. Guess what? You haven't heard it more times than I've heard it. You get that? I've heard me talk about this more than you. Right? We are all, this is a reminder. This call right now on a Sunday night is a reminder to take with you throughout the week. We're all meant to shine as children do. It's not just some of us, it's in everyone. The potential to become successful is not just in some people, it's in every single person. And as we shine let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others, leading by example. Take more action. Don't be worried about other people that aren't successful, their opinions. Oh man, that person creates too much content, man. I can't do that. Before you get emotionally attached to anyone's opinion, just make sure that you're looking at who they are, what results they have, and then deciding whether you want to buy into that opinion, guys. I'm going to talk about that in a second. All right. There's actually 69 days to January 31st. So you want to be locking in right now. This is how successful people think. They think, "Do you know what? What's the next checkpoint? It's not Christmas. That's great for family and personal stuff, but what's the next checkpoint when it comes to my financial journey? Okay. What do you want? What rank do you want to be? How much money do you want to be attracting on a monthly basis? You see how I said attracting? How much money do you want to be attracting on a monthly basis by January 31st? Who do you need to become in order to attract that? Now, you need to work backwards from the goal, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but this is super, super important, man. Where do you want to be by, January 31st? Not just you. If you've got people anywhere, if you're on this line right now, there's more than likely a possibility. Well, there has to be because there's 45 people in the call. We've got almost 1,000 active members right now in LMG. There are people that are not on this call in your team. When they talk to you, this is what question you ask them. Hey man, what's your goal? Oh, what? No, I just want to learn how to trade on Sniper Pro. Yeah, forget Sniper Pro. What's your goal? Oh, well, I'm just trying to figure it out. No, no, no. What's your income goal? Be a leader. Challenge people. Challenge them. You need to, like, guys. You all know you can't have a conversation with him without me bringing up your goal, right? Do you have your ticket for next event? Nah. All right, cool. Get that done. Then call me back. I don't associate with people that aren't committed to events. Why? Because you're going to be on your way out your business. Why? Because you're associating way more. You're associating right now with people that don't have what you want more than you're associating with people that do have what you want. Does that make sense? You are so addicted to comfort, it's crazy. It's crazy. You've got no inspiration. Like guys, yesterday we had I think 8 gold leaders in the front of the room. There was 2 platinums in the room, 2 directors, a silver, a couple of silvers, many executives. Like everyone in that room, there's see in this industry you don't need faith. You don't need faith. Faith is believing in something you can't see. Did you know fear and faith have the same definition? Fear is believing in something you can't see. Faith is believing in something you can't see. You don't need faith in this business, you need belief. It's not does it work, it's are you going to make it work? Right? So now you need to decide why you want it. Why is it important for you to get a win, a W between now and January 31st? Why is that important to you? Oh, because it'll feel good. Why would it feel good? Oh, because like I didn't hit the last goal. Okay, why didn't you hit the last goal? How does that make you feel? Okay, so why is it important to make this? Because I just want to win. Why do you want to win? Who are you winning for? My kids. Why is that important to you? Because I want to lead by example. Why? What's that going to do for them? Is that going to give them a ripple effect for when they grow up? Yeah. And how will that make you feel if they follow in your if they follow in your footsteps and become successful? Will that make you feel good? Yeah. You see that, guys? You see how deep I go? You have to go deep, man. This is how like successful people are wired. Like because like guys, like this is the journey of escaping the matrix, whatever you want to call it. It's not easy. It's tough. So in the dark times, you need to have a psychopathic, crazy why that's gonna make sure you never quit. And that's gonna make sure that even how inconvenient your circumstances are, you're still showing up. You're still taking action. You're still reading the books. You're still hitting the gym. You're still prospecting. You're still presenting. You're still smiling. You're still solving problems. You're still picking up the phone when your team needs you. Even when you've got your own problems going on, life smacking you in the face, you're down and out, you are there as because you are a professional and you have decided to become different than everyone else. Most people let emotions ruin their goals and dreams. You cannot be emotional when it comes to deciding what you want. Why? Because most people rely on motivation. Successful people rely on discipline. Discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and follow it, regardless of when the feeling of how excited you were in the beginning, when that leaves you. Everyone's fired up at the start of the week. How do you feel on a Tuesday morning after 20 no's? That's when I judge a character. I don't judge a character when people when everything's going great. I'm like, oh, look, that person's great. Of course, that person's great. Everything's going right now. I want to see when things are going wrong. I want to get to know a person right then. That shows me character. That will let me know if they're a leader or not. Is that person still smiling when they have a leader quit? Does that make sense? Does that person still want to show the plan when they've got personal issues? Hmm, that's a leader. And God sees it all, man. You're gonna get everything you deserve. So maybe right now you're in a position where you don't want to be right now, and you want the next level. But you already, do you know what? We all secretly know why we're not at that next level. Like I promise you, all of you right now on this call, you know what you need to let go of and what you need to do more of to get to that next level. I'm sorry, but you do. You just do, man. You know the people that you need to stop talking to. You know the TV shows that you need to stop watching. You know the Instagram accounts you need to stop following. You all know what you need to do, man. This is why it's so important to study how your mind works. I find fascinating why we know what to do but don't do it. That's what fascinates me. That subject there. If you can learn that, wow, wow. So, what are you willing to give up to get it? Are you aware that sacrifice leads to paradise? Sacrifice leads to paradise. In order to have heaven on earth, you have to go through hell. And the thing is about network marketing, it's not physical pain, right? Unless you're training with Sam and Callum or Stuart Core, right? That's physical pain. But this network marketing, it's emotional and mental pain that you have to go through because you find out how much influence you have or don't have. You find out who's your friends, who believes in you, who doesn't, who supports you, who doesn't, who takes you seriously, who doesn't, right? I've had people join my business and I'm like, Jake, we're going to the top, man. I'm like, oh my God, yes, we're gonna do this together. And and it's great for a day or two, or maybe a week or two, maybe in a month or two. And month three comes along and they stop showing up to the calls and that they stop showing up to the meetings and they stop responding so fast and they start drifting. And guys, because you've made the mistake of getting emotionally attached to them, someone outside of you succeeding. It's like and guys, like this is what develops leadership. Does that make sense? You have to show up, man. You have to keep showing up. Not everyone's gonna come with you to the top, man. Not everyone is gonna come with you to the top, I promise you. So what are you willing to give up to get it, man? What are you willing to give up? Some you need to give up more sleep. Some you need to give up, I don't know. Like I just said, what are you willing to give up? You all know this. All right, next. Who are you gonna listen to? Who do you listen to? Who do you listen to on a daily basis? Like who's got your ear? Who's giving you instructions? Do you have a plan right now? The cool thing about this business is that there's literally leaders right there and there, right in front of you that have got better results than you. And if you just copy what they did to get there over an extended period of time, like you will have to attract the results. You get that? If you're a gold, don't ask another gold how to get to platinum, even if they're your friend. Does that make sense? Like you speak to a platinum and you ask them, how did you get to platinum? Right? If he goes to go director, then I'd obviously tune into the director frequency and try and tap into like how does a director think? Let me tell you what a director does, man. If they're not taking action, they're listening to something that grows them. I was driving in my car earlier and I was thinking, I said to someone, I said, man, like, I wonder how many like hours I've listened to personal development this year. Do you know what I mean? Like we drove to Portsmouth, we drove to Nottingham, we drove all, up and down the UK. 85% of the time, 90% of the time, we've got an audiobook on. We've got something on that with that it's because I understand like you gotta change your mind, man. I used to listen to the lyrics like from like I said, I'm from Birmingham. I like the rapper Mist. I used to learn all his lyrics. It wasn't making me successful. Okay, it was making him more successful. I started to listen to Bob Proctor every single day, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, right? Gary Vee, all of these amazing speakers. And my income started to change. Who are you listening to? Right? Choose the mentor, submit, and go, listen, do you know what? My way's not working. Like it's so simple. I love this. I love the basics, I do. I love the basics. It's so simple. You don't need to think. And the next thing is obviously, are you teachable? Are you willing to change? Are you okay with getting constructive criticism? Right? Someone comes to me with an idea. Hey Jake, I've got this idea, I've got this idea, I've got this idea. Amazing, man. Listen, I recommend, not doing it and just sticking to the basics. Are you willing to go, okay? Or do you think that you're the only person that you're the one person that's gonna come in and like bend the universe and try and make it work your way? Trust me, if there was a way to build this business that worked, we'd be, especially the leaders, how the comp plan works, right? We'd be telling you. Trust me, super simple. List, invite people to take a look. Once you saw your leader show the plan 3 times and you've got some people in your organization, you now show the plan for your people. Super simple, man. Very, very simple process. That's what I'm saying. If it was any more complicated than that, I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I could have done it. Right? I got someone right now putting the putting the TV stand up for me because yeah, I'm just not that guy. I just struggle with the simple stuff. You wanted to see me unpack it earlier. Leo was absolutely in bits. He was like, "What the like?" Honestly, guys, like I just got good at one thing, and that's building this business. All right. The next success balance scale. Okay, success balance scale. This is super key, man. We had someone yesterday. I think he's on the line. He showed up to the event. I didn't even know he was coming. Why is that important, guys? Think about it. If you're hosting an event, no, if there's an event happening and let's say your goal is to go elite director, and you're gonna let the event that whoever's hosting the event that let them know that you're showing up because you're a big deal, right? Because you're an elite, you're a director. There's people in that room that need to hear from you. Does that make sense? So this person just showed up at the event. I was like, well, I didn't know you was here, bro. I said, the spirit just sort of success. You need to understand, like you need to become the platinum. You need to become the elite now. You need to start operating like a champion now. Some of you are too available. You got 5 minutes. Yeah, yeah. No, not today. I'm booked out until 6:15. Can you do 6:15? I'll do 6:15. Well, Jake, I am available. Yeah, I know you are available right now as a silver, but you won't be this available when you're a director. I thought you guys was director. Yeah. Let's start being it now. I like to call it the imaginary calendar. This information, trust me, like, don't play with this information. Do not play with this information. I'm telling you right now. Like think about when you lose a trade, you lose, I don't know, £50, £100. Is that a big deal to you? But your goal is to do X amount per month. Guys, the spiritual side of success, I mean, sometimes I get to this slide and I'm like, I mean, how long we got? Do you know what I mean? I mean, just this is just everything, man. Your attitude is everything. It's not about you. I'm not saying when I say act as if, I don't mean quit your job and actually pretend you're earning 6 figures. What I mean is like the attitude of a 6 figure earner. Do you know what I mean? Like the attitude, how you walk, how you talk, your confidence, your standards. Where do you go for coffee? The reason why, yesterday after the meal, I took the golds to Marco Pierre White overlooking the entire county is because I wanted to expose them to the frequency, right? I invited a few people down to my home this morning, um, so that they could see the frequency. One of them I asked the night before, it's okay, I've got to get off in the morning. Then must have gone back and had a checkup from the neck up and said, you know what, Jake, yeah, I'll come down. Of course. You get that? Man, there's two sides of success. The skill set is so simple, guys. You're inviting people to take a look at a presentation. If you can learn the invite, you've got what it takes. Work ethic, talk to more people. How many people are you talking to every day? Do you know what I mean? Talk to people. Change your paradigm from, everyone I talk to is closed-minded to my inbox is full of people asking me to sign them up in my business. My inbox is full of people asking me to sign them up in my business. I attract like-minded, motivated, self-motivated leaders into my organization every single day. Why is building this business so easy? Just write that question down every morning for 30 days. Why is building this business so easy? Why do I find it so easy to focus on one goal? Why am I such a master manifester? Why does every leader I touch turn to gold? Why am I so good at creating silvers in my organization? Why does every single person sign up every single show the plan? Every time I show the plan. Guys, you ask your subconscious mind these questions. You will be shown the answer. You'll be walking around saying, "Why am I so good? Like I'm so good, man." I'm like, and you'll be like, you're just so good. It's so easy. Why is there just so much impeccable duplication happening throughout my organization? Wow. I love meeting new people and new people love meeting me. I love meeting new people and new people love meeting me. I'm a magnet to money. I love money, money loves me. I love money and money loves me. I'm a magnet to miracles. Do you know if you woke up every day for 30 days and said, something crazy, something wonderful is going to happen today, something amazing going to happen today, and you go to bed, something amazing happen tomorrow. You wake up, something amazing happen today, you go to bed, something amazing happen tomorrow. Guys, see, guys, I know you're all hearing it. I know you're all feeling good about it. Do it for 30 days. Do it. I dare you. I dare you to do this for 30 days. I had an app on my phone called Voice Loop, and I wrote out these style of affirmations on a page, and I put some meditation music on in my laptop, and I pressed record on Voice Loop, and I spoke out these affirmations in an enthusiastic tone, not "Why am I so great? I am amazing." No, guys, I was, I'm like, why am I so, and I was enthusiastic, and I'm speaking into it, and the voice loop, it just plays it over and over and over and over and over and over. And when I was walking around my job, I had it in my earplugs over and over and over. I had it in my car over and over, in the gym over and over and over. The first 3 years of me building this business, I was just focused purely on changing my mindset, purely on whilst taking massive action. Don't forget the action part because there's two sides to success. Okay, you can't just read about the gym. When you read information, it helps you when you're taking action. I'll give you an example. If you read, let's say you are reading about the gym, be aware, the first month you are going to be in a lot of pain, but you're probably not going to be, you're probably not going to be seeing any results. But I promise you, if you continue on the path, the results will come. And what's going to happen is, imagine that's just a chapter of a fitness book. You're going to be taking action in the gym, and you'll be like, oh no, why this is really hurting? I'm not getting any results. And you go, but because I read this morning, I remember reading this morning that this is how I'm supposed to be feeling right now, in pain with no results. But trust the process. I'm gonna keep going with a smile on my face. That's how entrepreneur is. Entrepreneurship. That's why I know who's studying and who's not, who's listening to personal growth and who's not. Because the ones that are listening, they're not complaining. The ones that are complaining, they're not listening. Those who don't study don't stay. They end up quitting. I'm just telling you right now. Why? Because what you tune into, you turn into. What's entertaining you now is training you now. Mindset whilst taking action. Because the action just solidifies the mindset. This is the real deal. So why does the 97%? don't make it happen, and the 3% do. Okay, 97% they work towards nothing or work towards a goal. There's two sides of success, like I just said. You have to first create the goal on paper in your mind and then manifest it. Don't just go to work hoping to get results. You need to create the results first. Everything's created twice, in the invisible world first, and then in the visible world. I'm sitting on a chair right now. I guarantee that the person who made this chair didn't just start sticking together materials and go, "Whoa, no way, I can sit on this." No, guys, they planned it out. Do you know what I'm saying? They planned that. They had, well, I want to create a chair that looks like this, feels like this. Boom. Then they did it. That's how your goal works. What do you want? Why do you want it? How do you want to? How do you want to? How do you want to feel? How do you want to look? Paint the picture. Read it every day. See it every day. Get a goal card. See it every day. See it every day. You're not supposed to believe your goal when you write it out. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to believe your goal, guys. But you need to understand this information because in the last three letters in I spells yes. So every time you see it, your heart's going yes. Every time you hear it, your heart's going yes. Okay, so they work towards a goal. 3% they work from it. They work from the goal. It's already done. The second, you see, the word future is the period of time after the spoken or written word. That's what future means. The period of time after the written or spoken word. Wow, hang on a minute. So I can predict my future based off of what I speak and what I write down. Guys, make it. I'm not making it up. Ask you guys do your research. Do a little star on your notes and put find out definition of future and then go and find out the definition of future after this call and just sit there and read the same definition over 10 times and you'll be like, wow, so I can predict my future by writing it down and speaking it. That is crazy. How amazing is that? It's 97% they never study. They never study because they get bored of it. They'd rather go to work and do the same thing every day to get someone else rich rather than go to work on their mindset, on their business, and do the same thing every day to get rich for themselves. I've read Think I Go Rich. Are you rich yet? No. Open it back up. I've heard Jake talk about Four Basic before. Okay. Are you a director yet? No. You need to listen to it again. Maybe you're missing something. Maybe your subconscious mind hasn't accepted it yet. You can't just, I mean, have you seen the film Inside Out about the emotions and memories and stuff like that? Well, that's how the subconscious mind works. So you've got a load of dormant seeds, words, affirmations, experiences, emotions. Like you've got all of these things from your past, and it's still affecting your vibration. So you need to flood it with new experiences, new affirmations, new environments, new information. Flood it. Okay, 97% don't show up to events, but they want success. They want their mentor's time. They want their mentor's time. If your mentor's told you to get a ticket for the next event and you haven't done it, but you're still texting them, expecting a speedy response, fall on you, shame on you. Your mentors just gave you a command. Think about me, my wife right now. Uh, the people ask me, Jake, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Well, I don't know. My wife and babies are in the living room right now, putting up the Christmas tree. Maybe apply the information that I'm giving you right now, that I'm sacrificing my time away from them to give you this information. Maybe just apply the information. That's what you can do for you. That's what you can do for you. That's what you can do for me. Makes sense. So if the best thing you can do for your mentor is to actually just be coachable, because then your mentor then is going to put more and more time into you. Trust me. And there's these entitled people that come into this business thinking, well, what's my mentor going to do for do? No, it doesn't work like that, guys. You got to learn how to network. All right. 3% they host their own events before they're ready. Before they're ready. They do it because they want to grow as people, not just build the business. Stop being so materialistic. Focus on growth rather than just like, oh, well, I haven't got any people to invite. Forget that. Call up your local hotel, book in a room, do your best to invite people. If nobody shows, I guarantee you, your mentor and your upline is still going to congratulate you and actually want to make you succeed even more because you're doing the work, the right work, instead of being all emotional and in your own head and in your own way and not doing what successful people do. 3% host their own events, regardless of how many people show up. I showed up to Portsmouth on Thursday. I didn't know because I was back to back. You know, I didn't know how many people were going to show up to the room. But God knew. God knew that Jake's going to show up anyway. I don't care. I didn't care if it was Josh, if it was Josh, Callum, and Sam and me in that room. I didn't care. I still would have showed up, poured into the lads, had a bit of fun, right, and built the business, whatever. But I showed up, boom, room's full. And it's like, great, Jake. Yeah, oh man, the room's, yeah, but Jake, look, guys, 7 years I've been doing this. I've done events, many events, nobody showed. Many events, guys, many events where nobody has showed up. But you know what? I am not a 97% person. I am a 3%er. I made that decision, not prospects, not other people's emotions, not other people's excuses to not do what they want to do. I'm a leader. I'm a good friend. I'm a good husband. I'm a good leader, regardless of what anyone else does. You get that? Make that decision. It's not, oh, well, that person was a prick to me, so I'm going to be a prick to them. All right, so you're just a prick as well then. Two wrongs don't make a right, bro. That's what the masses tell you. If someone's wrong to you, you still be right because you are right. Lead by example, host your own events. Next, 97, they're willing to learn. 3%, they're willing to change. Okay, I've already talked about this one. You have to be willing to change. The word change, sorry, is in challenge, meaning that change is gonna be a challenge. But through every challenge, you will experience change. So don't curse the challenge. Be grateful for the challenge. Be grateful for the challenge because it's actually creating change. And for things to change, things must change. Does that make sense? So challenges create change. So imagine this, you join this business because you want change. Then the challenge comes and you curse it. Well, hang on a minute. You signed up for change. You can't have change without challenge. So now you're complaining about what you signed up for. Doesn't even make sense. I want to change my body. Okay, well, guess what we're going to have to do? Challenge your body. Challenge your eating habits. I want to change my bank. Well, guess what I have to do? Challenge how you spend your time. Challenge who you spend time with. We're going to have to challenge some things. Make sense? They sacrifice when it's convenient. Most people do. 3%, they sacrifice when it's inconvenient. My daughter was born 11 days after I signed up with GFU. 11 days. My wife was like, the timing's not great. I said, the timing's not great, but it is what it is. We've got goals, babe. We're like, it is what it is. This is it. We just moved to a new house. Nottingham, Ben Taylor and Sally, these guys are absolutely rocking it right now, and Will. They're like, they've got goals. Guys, Ben, Sally, and Will in Nottingham and Jay, they don't care about me moving house. You know that? None of them are waking up going, oh, I hope Jake's okay in his new house today with his family and the views. And no, they're not, none of them are thinking that. They're up there thinking, I've got goals to hit. So I was like, I told my wife, babe, listen, I know we're just moving house and this is really, inconvenient right now, but I've got to go to Nottingham. I've got to go to Portsmouth because these lads are on fire. They're putting the effort in. I've got to go there, babe. Regardless of, I know it's inconvenient, babe. Like, whatever we need to do, leaders sacrifice when it's inconvenient. It's not about what they want to do, it's what they need to do to help people. When you sign up to leadership, unfortunately, sometimes, guys, I mean, leadership's inconvenient. You might just want to write that down. Leadership is inconvenient, but it's the highest paid profession in the world for a reason. 97 rely on motivation, 3% rely on discipline. I've already talked about that. 97% focus on where they're at. Oh, well, I can't train because I've got no value. Oh, I can't do an event yet because I don't know the full I don't know how to explain the comp plan. I can't do my own event yet because I don't know what to say on the cash flow quadrant slide. Guys, no one cares, man. Nobody cares. Okay. Okay. Your future self is an absolute rock star. So let's just take action towards it and watch what your subconscious mind does for you. I need everyone to just bear with me right now. Has there ever been a time where you've dreaded something, but when you did it, it wasn't as bad as you thought? Drop a yes in the chat. You've dreaded something, you've created this scenario, but when you did it, it wasn't as bad as you thought. Do you know what that is, guys? Because your conscious mind is designed to keep you safe. You have to have faith in the God within you. You have to have faith within the subconscious mind. I promise you, if you've seen the presentation 3 times, you can show the presentation yourself. You may not think it consciously, but when you stand up, you'll find the words. Your subconscious mind will be there for you. Do the thing, and you'll get the energy to do the thing. I said it before about, you don't feel too productive, but you just wash up one cup, and before you know it, you're cleaning the whole house. Like us, right? My wife, she put the mistletoe up. Before you know it, we got 2 trees up. We got lights. We got lights. We got everything. We've got Michael Bublé's playing. We're all having, guys, just put the mistletoe up. It's how it works. All right. Um, I am cautious of the time. But this, I do want to end it off on this. Okay, this is super important. Like I mentioned, we are programmed from birth. You're born an empty cup. Everything happening around you goes in. What you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're exposed to, the leadership. What's the leadership? Mom and dad, what they're doing, their actions. Their actions. Did you know that if mom and dad do not actually love each other, the children will pick it up? So staying together for the kids is sacrificing your own happiness in front of your kids. If you want your kids to be happy, you need to lead by example and take care of you. Me and my wife have got a motto. I look after me for you, and you look after you for me. You see that? So we're conditioned from our experiences, and it creates an image of self. It creates a paradigm. It creates that. So now you jump on a call like this and you're like, wow, like I can actually write down a goal, speak it, listen to it every day, and then it's going to manifest if I take massive action. That's incredible. It sounds great. I get it. It sounds amazing. But the second that you go to do it, you're going to be hit with doubts, worries, concerns. The universe is going to put things in your life like haters. You're going to get a pop tire. You're going to have a financial challenge. You're going to have a health challenge. These are all supposed to happen. My previous mentor said, Jake, whenever you make a decision to go to the next level, you're going to be hit with either a health challenge, a financial challenge, or some sort of relationship challenge. That's on purpose. Do you know why? Because your body, the thought, because the thought of doing the action and you start taking action, it puts your body into a confused vibration. It's when the Y type idea, the outside idea, goes into the subconscious mind, which is the moving mind. The conscious mind is the thinking mind. Any idea held here, that's fine, but it only starts to materialize once you start moving on that idea. Now, when you do start moving on the idea, you need to understand that your body is going to be in a confused state. This is why successful people, the 3% that study, they actually are grateful for doubts and fears and being uncomfortable because they know that they are growing, they are moving in the right direction. Because if they wasn't, they wouldn't be experiencing doubt and fear. Like, guys, all you gotta do is just sit down and just chill out, put Home Alone on. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be experiencing doubt, fear, and anxiety. You're watching Home Alone. You go Facebook Live, you go Zoom with a new prospect, you're going to be experiencing some sort of discomfort. Why? Because you're growing in that moment. You're doing something that you don't necessarily want to do, but it's going to give you the results that you want. So success people, they understand this. They understand that they're supposed to be attracting challenges. There's no testimony without the test. New levels equals new devils. That quote is basically this screen. Is that drop a yes if you've heard that quote before? New levels equals new devils. Have you heard that quote before? That quote is basically this picture that you can see right now, like on a science level, why it happens. Because don't forget, the Y and X type when they're together, that's like a Blues fan and a Villa fan talking about football. That's like a positive and a negative battery together. That's like, guys, like I'll give you some more examples, right? It's a yin and a yang, right? In the same environment, in the same environment, okay, it's going to cause conflict. It's going to put your body into a conflicted state, and you're going to vibrate and attract conflict. You're going to attract challenges. You have to be aware of this information during those times and stay disciplined. This is why they say discipline is the key to freedom. I never understood it before, why people said that. I don't know why. I never understood why people say that discipline is the key to freedom. This slide explains it. Once you break through that terror barrier and you take the action anyway, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the challenges, regardless of all that, you go on to you create a new floor, and I promise you, all the doubts and concerns, they just go away. They go away. You know, one of the biggest things you can do, guys, for me, when I moved into this new house, I was overwhelmed with how great it was because of where I've come from. I was like, ha, like looking up to it, ha. And then my wife sent me a photo of an even better house, one that we're gonna get when we get to 100,000 a month. And I looked at it, and I thought, wow. And I was looking at it, 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 and I was looking at it. And then when I put my phone down, I was in this house and I was like, wow, I automatically feel, and I already feel ready for this now. I'm ready for this now. How powerful is that? Because I didn't realize that I'd hit a goal, but I didn't set a new one already. Now, guys, I love this place. I'm very happy here. Like, I'm going to be here for ages, man. I love it. What I'm saying is, it's still important. It's still important to want more. It's still important. That's what keeps us alive. Goal stands for go out and live. Maybe I'll keep this place and get that place as well. Does that make sense? You can do that, you know. It's not either or when you got money. But you know, I've learned the more money you have, the cheaper things get. It's cool. The more choices you have. All right. So guys, next steps. Get together January 31st. Make sure you come in. We I was having a conversation last night with Elliot, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a really, really good event. It's gonna be in London. Get clear on your goal. Observe the masses do the opposite. What does that mean? Enjoy your Christmas, but don't enjoy it too much. Okay? You know, what I mean by that is, just like make sure you're productive. Okay, be present with your family, but you earn your presents. You earn them. Okay. How'd you get on the good list? On the naughty and not, on the nice list? By being productive, by showing gratitude for the opportunity you have right now. Gifu is an amazing opportunity. Show gratitude by running your mouth. Show gratitude by following the system and making it happen for you, your family, and the world that needs to hear this information. All right, guys. I love you all. That's been the call. We're going to be posting the schedule in the next hour inside all the channels and all the chats. Let's have a great week. God bless. Speak soon, guys. Happy Sunday.